the site here is really very large. If I use the distance command and measure across the front of this wedge-shaped site, it's 150 feet from one side to the other. Now if I repeat the distance command in this zone at the back of the block, which is to be revegetated, we have 350 feet, so it's a very large site indeed. What I want to illustrate here is that you can use the gCADPlus broad scale planting set of tools to use only a few symbols, but to label each set of symbols quickly and easily and count them as you do so. So what that would give us, of course, is a planting schedule over here with the numbers of plants that we require. So this is an interesting site. It's in Idaho, and the client has asked for the quite severe slope at the back of the block here in this cross-hatched area to be revegetated. It's currently bare, and they want heavy planting to see if they can plant with native species and revegetate that slope. So the way this system works is we just use 3 or 4 symbols. They're all available in library and broad scale. So there's an existing tree or tree to remove, new large shrub, new small shrub, a new tree symbol. So we can just drop those into place. And I've done that here, and you can see I've been labelling as I go. So if this particular species tree here needs to be labelled and counted, it's just a matter of going gCADPlus broad scale planting, label a group of symbols so I can sort and find my trees, mini shrubs, small trees. So let's pick a small tree, and we'll use the western juniper. So we highlight it and say OK. Now in the command line area we're asked to input the tagging type. Do we want a single label or multiple? I want multiple, and I'll pick this one here, and if you watch closely you'll see that as I pick the second one, a line joins the 2 and the 4th, 5th, 6th and so on. So I'm joining all of those together. What the system will do will be to count those up. So I'll hit enter, and I can put my text here, and I can hide the text if needs be, and you can see it's labelled 7JUOC. So if we come over here, pan across, and we use the plant schedule, broad scale planting, and draw the schedule of linked plants, we can draw the schedule again. We're asked for the first point and the second point, and that schedule has been redrawn. The western juniper increases in number, and if we look over here on the revegetation layout, there's our floating viewport with the information on 2 different junipers are going to be used in the mass planting. So it's a system for doing mass planting using simple symbols, not trying to in any way convey a sense of what the species is going to look like. It's just a matter of giving the team an appropriate planting schedule and a location plan, and they can go out and plant. We could use gCADPlus's grid system if we wanted to, and lay a grid over this area to help the team that's planting. So it's the broad scale planting. It's completely different to the system. Let's come back in here and zoom in on the sort of conventional landscape design, where we will be working in, say, this area here and copying that plant. And in this case, can you see that each symbol is trying to represent the particular plant species? They haven't yet been assigned, and if they had been, botanical name and common name would show in there. There's another one. So we would assign those, but this time use the gCADPlus plant schedules and lists. You can see we've got quite a lot of other alternatives there. You might even want to attach a particular plant data file, a different plant data file. So I hope you can see that the broad-scale planting system is ideally suited to large-scale areas, whereas the conventional gCADPlus plant schedules and lists system is more appropriate for detailed drafting. So we're trying to cover both sides of the typical horticultural planting plans.